Hello, welcome Tribers. Welcome to #canDoMindset Community Live. For those who are here first time, my name is Rad. It's my great honor to be your host today here. If you know me for a while, you know I'm not chatty person. I don't like to talk too much. But okay, anyway. In today's live, I would like to focus and talk a little bit about how can you reclaim freedom. How can you reclaim freedom from comparison, from yourself actually, from how you treat yourself. Because some time ago, year, 2 years ago, if you would meet me, even though most of people treat me as a funny, happy person, the closest one, the people I call friends, they knew that I was kind of like a general and private at the same time. No, the regular kind of soldier. What I mean by this, I've ordered myself to do some things. I force myself by ordering myself to do these things. And at the same time, I was trying to comply with all those orders and make my inner general happy. The thing was, many times happened that I failed. And when this happened, when I failed, well, the general wasn't happy. And even if I was outside telling everyone, oh, that's okay, happen, everything will be fine, inside me, I punished myself very fiercely. I was very rough to myself. The things there that goes in my head, the word sentences that I call myself, you wouldn't believe. Yes, I can be mean, I can swear, and I can have bad behavior. True. Thing is, when I've learned this about myself, how I treat myself, I've consciously decided that I don't want that anymore, and I consciously decide that I want to be a person that I'm really showing out. I want to be that person deeply inside as well, because it was there in me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be like that, right? However, on that time, there was no, I wasn't aligned. The things that were going, the judgment I was giving myself, and the punishment straight away as well, it wasn't aligned with this what I was showing out to society, to people, to those who were there for me, with me. And then I've figured out that this is not what I want to do, that I want to be myself. I want to be honest and truthful the way I am inside, but also I've decided that I don't want to be a rude, mean person. And yes, I can be, but what's the point? I want to be a nice but straight person. It is possible to say things that are coming to your mind in a polite way, even though there might not be necessarily nice. Although the thing was, I was learning, and I'm still learning, to respect myself with all my flaws, with all my inequalities and everything what is there. And this is what we actually need. Because if you think about this, if you treat yourself without respect. If you treat yourself as a slave or as a grandmaster, because with me was both personalities kind of at the same time. So if you do that to yourself, you actually don't understand that we all equal. That by this, you're hurting yourself. You're doing harm to yourself. And, well, when you will do that, how can you expect that you will be willing to do something good? How can you expect that you will be willing to do anything? How can you expect that treating yourself badly will help you to actually do something positive? Maybe you have idea for starting some business. Maybe you have idea for starting some non-profit organization, some charity. But yet, your thoughts, your reminder of your failures are blocking you because you're punishing yourself, or you punished yourself in the past for some mistakes. You fail on some things, and then you will be still wanting to do something like that. The starting new business, new charity, or whatever. Don't you think that by this kind of behavior and treating yourself badly, you will actually block yourself, and this will prevent you from starting anything? Maybe not. Maybe you are the person who needs that kind of treatment to actually move its butt and do something. For me, it didn't work. I had to have some kind of encouragement to actually be willing to do something. Yes, if someone will punish me and force me to do stuff, like I was doing for myself earlier, yes, I will do these things, but let's be fair. I will do this just because I was forced, not because I wanted to. And if you are forced to do something, how you do the job? If you are not enjoying the job, enjoying the task, how do you do it? Are you still giving 100% into it? Or you just do it just so to get rid of it, get out of your mind, out of your sight, just tick the box? So maybe it's time now to actually stop ourselves, stop our comparing ourselves to other people and seeing ourselves either worse or better than others. And starting to respect ourselves the way we are. Starting to acknowledging that we have some flaws, but yes, we have also some skills, some abilities. And maybe at this point we start to enjoy actually our lives. What do you think? If you will be treating yourself fairly, if you will be giving yourself encouragement, if you will be focusing on your tasks, the things that you want to do, and encourage yourself to do them, wouldn't be that more enjoyable to proceed this way? Maybe not. Maybe you are from the different kind. That's okay. We all are different, and that's the point. We compare ourselves, and we have straight away, well, maybe not all of us, but some of us. I was like this, that whenever I've seen someone or learn something about some other person, that he's some kind of director of some company, some CEO, some high level, I don't know, professor, someone who has some knowledge, influence, money. At this point, I've put that person above me. But then when I meet someone who, for example, couldn't do something like I can, didn't know the things that I can do, or I know, this person was below me. So you see where I'm going with this. This kind of comparison makes me actually unhappy, even though for a second I might feel good and inferior for the other person. But then I realize, yes, I might have skills this person doesn't have, but this person surely has some skills I don't have. So what's the point of the comparison? At this point, I would need to lift this person and put it higher above me, right? Because I don't have this skills or this knowledge that this person has. So this kind of comparing creates anxiety, actually. You don't have to believe me, but if you think about this, if you sit for a second and just think about this, how the comparing yourself with others makes you feel. Just a thought to think about. So, how can you start? How can you start to treating yourself with more respect, with more love that you actually deserve? What kind of things, behaviors, thoughts you can cultivate in yourself so it will help you moving forward toward your goals? What kind of treatment you need to actually feel that kind of respect and love that you have for yourself? I would like you to sit down and just think about this. And if you would like to share it in the comment section, that would be greatly appreciated. And let's have discussion about this, because some people might not know this, and then when we share our thoughts, we learn from each other, right? So if you're not a member of #canDoMindset, join that group, join that community, and share your thoughts. How can you treat yourself? How can you support yourself in this kind of way of not judging yourself anymore and not treating yourself either as a general or as a private or as a big boss and slave? Because that's no point for that. The kind of comparison, the kind of treating yourself this way, will it give you something, really? The other thing I would like to you to think about is, or answer this question, is what kind of steps you can do to ensure that you're stopped comparing yourself with others, and how those steps you can implement in your daily life, and how this makes you feel when you stop doing this, when you follow those steps and stop comparing yourself. So let's summarize. It's not actually good for ourselves, for our well-being, for our mental health, to compare ourselves with others. It's not good for us to treat ourselves as either superior to others or below the chain, food chain, whatever. It's not good for us to do that to ourselves. What would be good is to treat ourselves as equal with others, to treat ourselves with respect and show ourselves that love, appreciation, gratitude for everything we know, we can do, we have. And when we focus on this, when we focus on this kind of things, we actually free ourselves and we will enjoy our lives. So if you would like to get some support with this kind of figuring out how can you transform your mindset, how can you learn to respect and love yourself, how can you learn to not judge yourself or punish yourself, and how can you not compare yourself anymore, join #canDoMindset community on Facebook and let's share our experience. Let's join our journeys at some level so we can share our knowledge, share our experience and learn from each other. Also, if you'd like to get some support from myself, currently I'm running free coaching calls. The thing is, if you go to my website, radoslavchomik.com /free call, you can schedule free discovery call. Same if you will find me on Facebook, Radoslav Chomik, and there is in the service section discovery call. It's free of charge, no pitching, nothing to sell, nothing to convince you that you need to buy or something like that. We'll go over your struggles, find out your clarity of your goals, and create a plan that you can implement in your life. So, if you would like to do this, I'm here for you. I don't know how long this offer will be valid, because I'm getting busier and busier every day. But as for now, end of June 2023, it's still there. So, jump on the call with me, let's have that chat. With all this, I wish you many blessings.